We decided to start the Seattle Pride Hockey Association back in late 2018. I was incredibly nervous and scared, not knowing what I was getting myself into. It was a very hyper-masculine sport. I met Joey about a year later, and I noticed that he had his stick wrapped in pride tape. And so we started this conversation that why don't we start an organization that is about promoting diversity, equity, inclusion, and growing the game. And so that's how the Seattle Pride Hockey Association came about in early 2019.
One of the reasons I think I decided to join Stephen on this venture is because, growing up as a kid, you wish there were folks like you to identify with, or role models, or organizations that you just shared similar values with. So one of the reasons that I decided to join Stephen in starting SPHA was kind of just to fulfill a childhood dream of creating an organization that represents me and who I am and the sport that I love.
The pride in Seattle Pride Hockey Association isn't just only for being proud of who you are, but where you come from.
One of the things that I really gravitate most toward in pride is being thankful for a lot of the folks who kind of paved the way for us to be doing what we're doing right now. You look at kind of the history of pride and what that means to you, and kind of the stepping stones that have paved the way for you to be able to marry who you want to marry, to openly be gay and play a sport like hockey, which, tends to be this very hyper-masculine space.
The thing that I often say most when I'm talking to people is that we want to be inclusive, not exclusive. And why don't you just create a gay organization that's just for gays to play in, or LGBT communities? And that just completely goes against what we want to do. We don't want to create this exclusive environment for people. We want to be welcoming and inclusive of all people.
The Seattle Pride Classic was last weekend. What were your biggest takeaways from the first event?
Yeah, it was put together in a couple short months, and we had a lot to do and accomplish in such a short period of time. Overall, the event was very successful. Absolutely, there's takeaways to take away from it, and the feedback so far from all of the players has been very positive.
One of the biggest takeaways for the event for me was that it was just so unbelievable to see how much support kind of showed up out of nowhere for us. We had some of the biggest companies in hockey show up and support us. We had the NHL Kraken, we had Symetra Financial, all of these awesome organizations who not only supported our mission, but kind of helped pull off this entire event and make it so successful.